Hey, it's me, the speaker. I am doing this video because I recently got a response in one of my videos from back in the day. And it is very interesting how the more things change, the more they stay the same. When I first started YouTube about 10 years ago, and I seem to be saying that all the time. When I first started my YouTube streaming 10 years ago, I had um, a bunch of male or black male and some white male hating going on. I was never under the impression that all black men were no good. Never. No matter how depressed I was, never thought that all black men were bad. But no matter how respectful I was, it was amazing how there were some who would come out of the woodwork and tell me that I am no good, I ain't shit, black women ain't shit. I just recently it was kind of reminiscent of how I was treated back then. That I was recently just told that I'm a ugly hoe, I'm an ugly black woman, no wonder you're divorced. That was actually kind of funny because I wasn't divorced because I'm ugly. Other things were afoot. But what I find strange is that I have 185 videos, and this person decided to go to a video that I did 8 years ago when I was actually in the throes of my pain and in the throes of depression and stuff like that because my life was falling apart. He has not seen any video. The guy that I'm talking about has not seen any video. His name is Malik Malik. If you guys have seen him, I don't know whether he's a troll or not. I tried to be as respectful as possible to him. He actually told me to kill myself. And even also said bitch bye. So I'm not sure whether at this point whether he's even a male because I've never heard a male use that um that verbiage before. So if there's anything that I want to state right now, and it's going to be um, a very quick video. It's not going to be as lengthy as the videos I've done before. I have never, nor will I ever think that all black men are bad. Ever. Do I think that they're in the topic of that video was um why do black women gravitate towards thugs? And I did two of those videos. I did one that was earlier, um, around 2008, and in 2009 I did another one, and it was really both of them were really positive. They basically, I'm biased, I'm non-biased, so I'm not on either side. If a man is a thug and he's with somebody that accepts that, I do think that it's something wrong with the mentality because you can't win in that situation. If you are a female and you are somebody who has an attitude problem, and you're always trying to fight your man, who are you helping? So, if anything, I look at both sides of the situation. I look at good men and good men and good women. I look at the bad men and the bad women too, and I will talk about them at length without a problem. One thing you have to know about me is that when I was doing my radio show often, I would do it started out with all women, all of my friends, but everybody has a life, so they had to branch out and do what they had to do. But when I got really heavily into it, I started getting more male viewership because we weren't looking at men and pointing out men and saying that men were no good. That's not what me and my sisters were doing at the time. We were actually trying to uplift our community and get the talking going, have conversations. But we can't do that without people who have open minds, you know. But my show actually attracted a lot of men because they loved understanding, hearing a woman who did not sit there calling black men dogs all damn day. And it doesn't make sense to do that. It's counterproductive. I don't believe any of that. None of it. Yes, it is. So I'm doing this video for two reasons. For one reason, anybody else who comes to my video comes to a video that I did in the past when I was going through, and I'm not taking those down for anything because it's part of my life and it's part of my healing, part of my process. And I've noticed that it actually helped people when I uploaded those videos. So I'm going to keep those there because even though trouble don't last always, it's still there, you know. By the way, this is all my music, all mine. All my music. Do this one. My music. So I have a right to use it. I actually bought this music from Google Play. Anyway, but I wanted, just in case somebody else goes to my videos, my old videos from back in the day, and says the same thing, I want to be able to refer them to this video. So I'm going to pin this video to my to the videos that people negatively respond on. I swear, I don't think that I haven't been cussed out like that in like maybe 5 years online. You know, in when it comes to YouTube, I haven't gone through that in a long time. So I also wanted to tell all of the naysayers, including Malik Malik, who believes that I am one way when I am definitely not. By the way, just so you know, there. Um, Malik Malik, and anybody else who might have any problems with me posting videos and you think that I'm going to be saying something bad about black men, understand that I am for community building. I've always been for community building. I've actually worked the um, in the area of, I'm from Chicago, so I've been working in the area, or had been working in the area of uplifting our community and helping our young men mentor each other and helping parents learn to teach their children to read. I had tiny, tiny influences because they weren't my programs, but I volunteered and I was actually there watching all of this stuff come to pass. And it's beautiful when the community is coming up by, coming up together. It's beautiful to see fathers and sons and mothers and daughters, everybody's all together. I love that. So why would I sit here behind my computer or in front of my computer bashing black men? What does it benefit me to do that? Yeah, I'm single, but I'm single. It doesn't mean that I'm bitter. Yeah, I'm I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. You couldn't get me to tell you that 4 years ago, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was damn lonely. But today, I know that I have me. I got God and I got me. Got my children. So why my marriage failed? It's all relative right now because everybody's going through that, not just me. Anybody who is hard pressed to find a video like mine, it could be anybody. Another female making give them the same information. Your love is all I need to comfort me. Any woman, any black female, or any black woman giving the same message to you or anybody else, they are not. They are not sitting here doing this to piss you off. If you are angry with black women, I suggest that you go and find the black woman or approach, or even, I don't even want to say that because we have, in the past, we've had men on YouTube who have taken it upon themselves to find women and hurt them because they're so angry. So I want to be careful about sending you guys out there and taking your anger out on them. But what I do want you to do, if you're going to do anything, if you have a YouTube page and you are able to come into my video, why don't you create your own? Create your own, um, create your own foundation of videos. Do that. You don't have to agree with me. You can. I don't care what you talk about. Speak your truth. Speak how you feel like you need to speak how you feel you need to speak in order to get your point across. But just be careful. The people and the women that you're actually targeting to get to show them how angry you are about the situation in the black community, you're not the only one mad. I'm mad too. That's why I'm making my small steps to make sure that I do my part to make sure that, I influence people in the right way. You're not helping anybody by going into their videos and cursing them out. You're really not. Not at all. So so I wanted to say this also. I'm going to be um, doing videos every Saturday and Sunday on my Facebook page, and I'm going to affix them to my YouTube page. Um, Lately, I've been having problems with the copyrights because of the music and everything that I use. I like to do. I like to speak to music, and I like the music that I like, and music that I've actually purchased. And from what I read in the actual manual, and this is totally off the subject. I've actually talked about what I needed to talk about. This is just something extra. So I have videos coming up in the future. I have videos coming up in the future where they will feature me speaking about and on music, and basically how music transcends everything. Every situation you're in, there's a song for it. And I think that that's a great thing. I mean, think about it also. I'm a YouTube partner. And even if I wasn't, I'd still have access to music I can listen to every day. So that I don't understand how if you're playing music through your music videos, the music videos that you choose on YouTube while you're doing your videos, how is that copyright infringement? I can't make any money off of a song that I'm talking over. I don't do that. This just makes me feel good to actually be able to sit here and not one while I'm sitting here listening to music that I like, not one passes my lips. I don't know what it is. I think it's a middle trigger. Who knows? But let me see if I can get somebody in here really quick since it is live. What am I to do? I don't know what's wrong with this. Completely turn my world around. Really? I don't know what that is. You won't let me do what I want to do. Let's see if anybody's in the chat room. No. So I'm gonna keep on doing these videos though. Period. Anything that I want to talk about, I will talk about. But I would not do it I would not risk speaking negatively about my people just because that's what you think that I will do. I'm not gonna do that. I tried to tell some people, some white people at one point in time, and still today, that you're not going to get me to call you a racist if you haven't said anything racist to me. You're not going to get me to come out of my body unless you push that one button, maybe. But I tend to hold it in a lot. So don't think for one second that you're putting me on a. Those of you who feel that I might hate black men because I'm simply a black woman by virtue of me being a black woman. Come on now. I really don't. I really don't have time to hate anybody like that. I don't. I mean, it's bad enough we're living in the state of craziness that we're living in right now, especially with Donald Trump as our president. So I don't understand. I don't understand how people can actually. Well, actually, I do. Think about the nature of this environment that we're living in right now. Everything is a bizarro world. Everything is turned upside down. We don't date like we used to. We don't court like we used to. We don't listen to music like this like we used to. A good block party. This is nothing a good block party wouldn't. This is not something a good block party wouldn't cure. Let me see, who is this? Yeah. So again, this is my music. This is not on. This is the morning after. Frankie Beverly. I don't think this is going to come up, but this is mine. Yep. So I'm all about nation building. I am. In my way. God just happened to give me a special way of dealing with my problems. I'm here because of God's grace, but I'm also here because music like this is still around. Music that speaks to your soul. I love it. I love it. And if I ever do get into a relationship again, I would really want that person. I don't have a list of things, a long list of things that I want that person to have. I mean, I'm lacking in certain things that certain men want. Also, certain men require a woman to have a beautiful smile. I don't have that. I just don't. And until such a time that I can actually get it, they're gonna have to deal with what they get, friend or whatever. But they're not forced to stay. They would not be forced to stay. But the only thing that I think, if I was looking for someone, one of his pastimes would have to be collecting albums so that we can relate to each other. Listening to old school music, actually listening to anything from the 80s. Have a cheery attitude. Have a peace attitude. Come to the situation with a peace attitude. That's all I can hope for. Just be peaceful. Don't be someone who is so wound up in the world that you get angry with me when you come home from work because I'm there and you don't have an outlet. You don't know. Have outlets. Have a way of winding down before you get into a relationship with people. See, I'm learning how to deal with myself now. I'm learning how to live with myself now. I'm learning how to live in my skin and survive in my skin without having to stress out too much. The moment that I am 100% okay with myself will be the time that I'm actually going to be 100% okay with the next person. And that's how I see it. So basically that was all. This was probably the shortest video I've done all month. But I think I'll come back tomorrow and do another one. But I needed to come in and talk about what I talked about 15 minutes ago. If you are somebody who hates me because I'm a Black woman and I remind you of a girl you once knew, because Black women have pissed you off, I would suggest that you start your own video streams. Start a blog talk radio show. Start a radio show, period. And state your grievances. Use that outlet. Don't let it eat you up, and don't let it eat you alive. You ruin more relationships you could have in the future by acting the way you do right now, male or female. Keep that in mind. Peace.